Hello everyone. Today we are actually not at my desk but in the workshop, because today I wanted to show you how I make these lock lamps that you've seen me use in some of my videos. Um, it's actually quite a simple construction. I make these out of these 10 mm brass rods. And I fit them with 12-volt LEDs, and they just come with one of these plugs that go in your standard 12-volt DC adapter, and you just plug them in and you got your little glass fiber cable with that you then insert into the lock you want to have light in. Okay, so let's go through the steps of making these. It's mostly just some lathe work with the brass rod. So yeah, let's get started. Okay, so we are at the lathe now. And as you can see, I already fitted the drill chuck to the lathe, because the first thing we're gonna do is drill the 0.75 millimeter hole into the brass piece we're later fitting the glass fiber tube to. Okay, so the next step after we drilled the hole will be flipping the part around and then drilling the 5 millimeter hole to make space for the resistor and the space for the cable. And before I can do that, I have to first make the part even in front to give me a good drill surface. Okay, and after I've drilled the hole for the cable, I will then continue to do a 3 millimeter drill or a 3 millimeter bore to actually fit the small LEDs that have a 3 millimeter head on the front. So I get a nice little recess where they can just fit the head in, and I will just take some super glue and glue them in place later. Okay, so the next step after we drilled all the holes, the 0.75 millimeter hole here, the 5 millimeter hole here, and down in that 5 millimeter hole, maybe you can see the 3 millimeter hole for the LED. We just have to assemble the whole thing. I'm gonna use some Loctite and apply that to the edge of the LED, so that it's just a little bit coated. and just insert that into the little brass piece. And then I will do the same with this fiberglass wire. Just apply some of the super glue and just insert it into the tip of the lamp. And then I will just let that cure. And after I'm done with that, I'm going to use one of these screw-on 12-volt adapter pieces. They come in with a plug and a and a socket. And then I will just you can just screw the little screws loose here and just insert the wires. Positive on this side and the negative one on this side. Tighten the screws. And that's basically all that is to it. Let's give this a quick test run with the power supply here. It's just a normal 12-volt DC power supply. And as you can see, it's all working. And you can now use this on whatever lock you want to have some more visual aid. Okay, so we are back at my desk now, and you've seen how I made the actual lamp, but to make that thing more portable, I decided to also give it some power supply that is not bound to a socket in your house. So I bought these little holders. They hold these 12-volt A23 batteries. They just clip in place here. It's a little bit finicky, but I mean, once you have them in, you don't need to take them out unless they're empty. But yeah, and I still have these little plugs that came with the sockets that went on the actual lamp. So I will now just screw this little battery holder onto this socket, onto this plug. Again, they already come marked which one is the positive and which one is the negative. Just tighten them down. And let's give this a try. And as you can see, or maybe not that well because it's pretty bright in here, yeah, the lamp works now. And another thing you can see, I've sent these as a prototype to my friend MrBlack-Magic. I link his channel down in the description. He recommended sanding down the end of the glass fiber tube so that the light comes out on all sides. So this gives you a much better view inside of the lock. But yeah, that's basically it. This is the LockLamp. I hope you enjoyed the video, and maybe we see each other in the next one.